amazingly accurate. And I was wrong about the ball thing. I'm not going to make any more guarantees. All right, you guys, your next comic, he's a charming young man. I just met him tonight. You guys, show him a lot of love. Give it up for Sam Hausman. Come on!
Thanks, guys. What time is it? Does anyone have the time? It is officially past my bedtime. Wrote that joke about 2 years ago. It might be getting pretty because I look so young. So I'm 17. These are my jokes. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, this is real talk. All right, I'm gonna get serious. These are true stories, and I don't want to offend anybody, so I'm gonna change the names. I'm gonna do something fake, you know, no connotation. Let's get started. So the other day I was in math with my math teacher, Mrs. Laden, and yeah, I chose that name. I said I wasn't gonna, you know, choose any names with connotations, but I chose that name because she's such a bitch. In my 11 years of grade school, you know, I've noticed some things reflecting back. You know, on teachers usually fall on one end or the other of, you know, a personality scale. On one end are the teachers that really, you know, they really love teaching and children. And then there are the other side, they're the Mrs. Bin Ladens. There are the teachers that aren't just there in spite of their hatred for children, they're there specifically because of it, for the opportunity to destroy their dreams. I have this one teacher, she will actually provoke students so she can then mock them for their responses. Like, Jimmy, why are you wearing shorts on the coldest day of the year? I like the style. I like the style! No, it's because you were a failed abortion. Like, how does somebody like this get hired? Somebody's so mean. I can imagine, you know, all right, Mr. Principal, it's narrowed down to 2 candidates. We have Lucy, she's a PhD from Harvard and she loves to teach. And then we have Mrs. Bin Laden. She has a unibrow. She has a degree from University of Phoenix. And she practiced taxidermy in her spare time. Well, her choice is obvious. Bin Laden! Some teachers, oh yeah. Now, you know, I joke about it, but, you know, I really respect this woman, Mrs. Bin Laden, because every single day, every day she goes out in front of the whole class and she teaches math, although she has no idea what the fuck she is talking about. She actually said this to our class. She goes, all right kids, so you're gonna add by 2.5 on this problem, okay? And now how I like to do that is I add by 2, and then I add by 0.5. I add by 2. And then I add by 0.5. Okay, here's the punchline. I remember it now. Well! Well, thanks, Mrs. Bin Laden. Now if you could just teach me to remember to tie my shoes and breathe when I'm eating, I would be set for life. It's my stupid voice. It's what people that aren't good at math usually sound like. Now we might be living in a national democracy, but let me tell you something. This is from the front lines. I have lived this. Classrooms are dictatorships. And unfortunately, some teachers, well, they're cruel rulers. I walked into Mrs. Bin Laden's class the other day and she said, Sam, that's 3 tardies, detention. I said, well, Mrs. Bin Laden, I wasn't even late. She goes, no buts, or I'll make it a double detention. It's like having Satan for a teacher, you know? Sam, that's 3 tardies. Damnation. This is a new joke. I don't love it either. But I'm gonna finish it anyway. Damnation. But Satan, I wasn't even late. No excuses or I'll make it eternal damnation. That's because it was double detention. Now it's like damnation, but it's eternal. So, moving on to my last joke. Before I just blow your minds completely out of your skulls. You know, it's not like she's just a bad teacher. She is a bad teacher, but it's not like that's her only bad trait. You know, I can deal with just a bad teacher. She's also just a bad person. Like, I had this, we got a foreign exchange student in the class, and she introduces him as Peter, and she goes, well, you know, Peter isn't his real name. What's your real name again, Peter? How do you pronounce that? You know, I was expecting it to be Pete something, or something Tur. Not even close. It was Saoun. Saoun. That means she heard his name, and she just made a conscious decision that that's too foreign for her to learn. So she renamed him. Like a pet that you just adopted. Class, this is our new foreign exchange student, Sparkles. Yeah, he just got to America. I don't think he knows how to, you know, poop outside the house yet, so everybody help him out. Oh, what's that, Sparkles? Oh, you've been a licensed aeronautical engineer since you were 4? You're so cute. Well, I have to go do homework. Thank you. I'm Sam Hausman.